Are we ready?
We're ready.
Hello, Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we doing? You guys seem to love Sister to Sister, so I'm going to stick with it. Absolutely. We're going to have some fashion coming up. Yep, you do. And we will have some more bra hacks. Yeah, why not? Alrighty. So today's palette of the episode, yes, is going to be the Patrick Tar. Do you see it? The Patrick Tar palette. And he had, which was very interesting, he had two bases right here. These two bases. So we're going to do that because you guys love natural makeup. And this palette is called Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette. Very glitzy, very glamour, very Patrick Tar. Patrick Tar loves all of that glamour. So do I, as a matter of fact. And then, not to get away from the rose gold, Anastasia Beverly Hills sent me a whole bunch of lipsticks, 18 to be exact. And I have Toffee right here. I have Maize. And I have Rose Brown. We're going to try these shades. Let me just take out the cover so that you can see. There you go. Isn't that color gorgeous? And then the other color that we've got, Fabulosity right here. Very light. We could put in the center of the lip loops. And then this one, which is kind of fun. I'm liking the shade. Do we love? So those are the lipsticks of the day. I just play around with them. You know me. And then we have the beautiful queen of all queens, Pat McGrath. So we're going to try, I don't know which one we're going to try. Maybe the peach. Huh? Just liven it up a little bit. Why not? Why not? All right. So welcome to yet another episode of Amazing Sister to Sister. And this was what I got in my DMs. Hello, my dearest Fumi. I absolutely love your Sister to Sister episodes. They've helped me a great deal and given me so much clarity. My marriage has failed. And I want to know if I should get a divorce from him or should I stay for the sake of the children. There has been cheating on both sides. No love. Ooh, that's the bell. Ula! Thank you. Always the mail, the mail, the mail, the mail. Ula's on the way down and I'm filming. Oh, God. When he's busy, I do the same thing. For me, the mail, packages. As I was saying, no love whatsoever and no sight of reconciliation whatsoever. No love whatsoever. And no sight of any reconciliation whatsoever. We have an 8-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl. All right, let us start with a base. I get nervous, you know, when these questions come in, because what I do is that I open like 3 or 4 and I try to answer some onto Insta stories, some on YouTube stories, some on YouTube posts. You love those YouTube posts. I put a lot of motivational posts for you guys, stuff that I believe in, and I guess that I think that you guys too will believe in. I'm wearing I'm wearing Ula's shirt. Maybe Adrian's shirt in the future. I don't know. A lot of you are asking me how he's doing. He's doing super, super well. He's super, super grateful. And yeah, you know, God is good. All right. So I'm going to go in with the lighter shade here. This toffee right here. And we're just going to put that as a base. I'm under the impression that you use it as a base. I like it. I like the base. Oh. I live for it. Yeah. I'm going to take another brush and then I'm going to take this chestnut shade right here. Should one stay for the sake of the children in a marriage? Should one stay in a marriage for the sake of your children? That is a heavily loaded question. So I'm going to be very careful with it because 1, we've all been children. We all have our experiences. And 2, I'm a mother. So I've been fortunate to play both roles or understand certain things from different aspects. Ula? He's not back. I'm always curious. Is it for me? Is it for me? Okay, I'm going to punch that in. Okay, I'm just going to punch this in and see whether I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a nice brick red, you know. It comes off as a brick red, and just buff out the edges right there. Let me start with children. As a child, we don't have that fundamental understanding of what a marriage is. All we know is that mommy and daddy, you know, do things for us, and we do things with mommy and daddy. They don't understand marriage. They don't. They like to be in a happy environment where they're laughing. And the adults in the room are also laughing. I want you to go back to your childhood, and you agree or disagree with me in the comments about what I'm saying. They want to be in a happy environment where adults are laughing. It gives them comfort. If the adults are talking lovely to each other, laughing with each other, agreeing with each other in front of them, not raising their voices, no beating, no violence on them or in each other, the children don't understand marriage, but they understand that. They understand that their home life, where they reside, where they sleep, where they wake up, is wholesome. I'm putting this same color on the lower lid. Now I need to go in with a deeper shade, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a brown actually, it's not necessarily deeper. I'm just going to check. Oh yes, it's giving me something. It's giving me something. All right, so we're just going to go and just circle that around the socket, okay? It gives them confidence in school. They do better in school. They have better relationships with other children in school, in sports, in whatever. These children will thrive because their support system is solid. We as children, do we love our parents? Of course. For a girl, the first man that she loves is her father. That's the first man she knows. I don't know any girl that does not admire her father, doesn't admire him. I don't know of any girl of 4, of 6, of 8, of 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22. I'm just jumping double numbers, but of course all the odd numbers in between, all the way. I don't know any daughter that does not first admire her father. For a boy, I'm going to go in with a darker shade because it's not giving me exactly all that I want. I love this palette, but there is no black shadow in this. And I need black shadow for depth, you know me. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put it on both sides, do the kind of smoky in between. So what are we gonna do? We're going to go in with my new favorite palette, and this is Rebellious Nudes by whom? Colored Rain. Fabulous, yeah? And we're gonna go and put this in here. Oh yeah, we're going deep. Yes, we're gonna do something fun. And we're gonna put it on the outside too. Yes. And then we'll go back with the Patrick Tar palette. With boys, the same thing. They love their mama. The first female they will love. More often than not, they will marry a woman who have the same qualities as their mother. More often than not, if they come from that wholesome background. Okay? So you have these two children, beautiful children, that you are shaping up and raising to be really good human beings, good adults, and you want them also to be really good with their own spouses, to have their own children, to have their own careers. It's an African proverb Your children, pray God Almighty, let them be better than you. Let Adrian be better than me. Let Adrian be better than his father, than his mother. Amen. Let him go and strive higher than I have ever reached. That's a prayer. We love our kids. We love our kids. I'm going to go with a smaller brush and even deepen that black. Yeah? Okay. Ula! Who was it? Okay. So nosy for me. So nosy. And just put it in there. Okay? And this is such an easy eyeshadow story that you can go ahead and do. Okay? And then you can just smoke it out at the bottom and then do it also in the middle and drag it. And drag it. Yeah? I like it. I live for it. And I'm going to go in with this beautiful honeycomb brown here. There are two of them, but I like this. And we're going to put, we're going to put that into the middle. All the way up. If you have a little bit of a hooded eye, then just put it all the way up. Okay? You're going to take, let me just take a brush so that it's easy for them to know. And then just blend out the sides. It's so easy. It's one of the easiest eye looks ever. Give it that beautiful smoky effect. Okay? And you can go in the sides and just taper it down with the chocolate brown. Okay? You don't have to go in with the black. That would be too overwhelming. Such a beautiful shade. And bring it all the way up. There you go. It's lovely. I love this. Very watered down. Take your brush, go in with the brown, and then just blend out the edges. We're going to take that same brush. We're going to go in with the one next to it, this shade right here. And then you're just going to put this down here. And what you do, you put it into your waterline so that it really sparkles. There you go. Yeah, it has to be underneath your pupil so that it looks right. That's your guide. Okay. Oh, I love this. I do love. It's all about metals for this palette. Yes, 100%. Okay. And we are going to go in with this middle shadow right here. And we're just going to drop it right underneath the brow. Okay, and this is a 131 pencil. I've said it a million times. It's by Morphe. It's the best fan brush because it just really makes it completes the eye. It really, really does. It just drops down the shadow without it being, you know, too stark. That's the word. Too stark. And then you can just graze it down like so that it almost looks like falling stars. And that is your eye. Simple and short. Thank you so very much, my beautiful Patrick Tar. I love what you do. I do. Look, it's so glistening and glamorous. And then we're going to go in with Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. Yes, she put a mascara out. I live for it. So we're going to do the bottom lashes because we want that to really, you know, pop out. She did really well with this mascara. Fantastic. All right, toots, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put on my lashes and I'll be right back. Mwah. Do we love, my darlings? Do we love? I love and I live. Fabulous, glamorous. It's working for me. It is working for me. Alrighty, so that is the Patrick Tar palette with help from Rebellious Nudes because I needed that black. There we go. So I use these two, just these kind of neutral eyes. Ooh, you must be asking. The lashes are very feline, cattish, and they are Morphe. And let me just tell you what they are. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Do we love? I love. Okay, so those are the eyes, and we are going to go on with Pat McGrath, the blusher. So that's children for you. They are very flexible. They are very flexible when they know that there's love in the room. They don't mind. They're actually much more mature than us. Oh yes. Because they can understand that mommy and daddy are not together, but mommy and daddy love us. They come back and forth, they see us, they come for our recitals in school, for our sports day. We get birthday parties, and they show up together, they talk, and they agree because they are watching everything. You can stay with the kids if you can live with your husband. You have to be prepared that your husband also gets that opportunity where if he wants to leave at any time because he's met somebody else, your attitude towards him in front of the children must not change. That was a mouthful. Let me break it down. You need to talk with your husband and say to yourself, hubby, what are we doing? We know this isn't working. We know that the marriage has failed. But we've got these two blessed, beautiful children here. Can I live with you? Yes, I can. Can you live with me? I need to know this. You also have to ask yourself, at the end of the day, and this is real talk, you are relatively young. You've got a 10-year-old, 12-year-old. Does that mean that you will never make love to another man again? You've already expressed yourself that you have cheated and he has cheated. But you're trying to have an open plan understanding that the two of you are staying for the children. If it is a non-toxic environment, no screaming, shouting, verbal abuse, a physical abuse, any of those, then you have to go, because that environment that was safe for the children has become extremely toxic and dangerous. And let me tell you something. A man that beats his wife, his son will in turn beat his girlfriend and wife. He will put his hands on her because he saw the father do it. The daughter will stay in abusive relationships because she saw her mother staying in abusive relationships where she was punched, slapped, and verbally abused, kicked, and all of that. You have to think thoroughly. How are you? Ooh, this is wonderful. How are you as a child? Oh, Pat McGrath, what is this called? Because I know you'll be asking me. This is called electric bloom. Electrolytes. Put a little bit on my temples. Do you see how it comes together on this side as opposed to this? You want the face to feel all married together. It all blends in. You know, it all gels, as some of you will see. You know, this is nice. This works for me. You know what I'm going to do? Watch. I'm just going to touch it. There you go. And just really add that rose electric bloom to the eye. And do you see how it's giving it some kind of zhuzh? This is pretty. I live for it. And so these are the questions you have to ask yourself. If you can live with your husband and say, you know what, didn't work out, but we can still be friends. We can still live under the same roof. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not looking anywhere. Are you? Then, okay, go right ahead. And also discuss time frame. Because majority of the time when kids are in university, they've gone. They might come back home, but it gives you time to reassess and say, do I also want to go back to college? Do I want to start that business? You get a second chance in life. You really do. And so you should take that. This should not be a life sentence, and it shouldn't be complex. It should be an honest, heart-to-heart question with your husband. If it is toxic, like I have said, you got to go. Now you got to go for the kids. As you want to stay for the kids, you've got to go for the kids. Because where you guys have gone a different route and it has gotten out of control, one thing you have to do is keep the ball on the kids and don't let this repeat itself. Generational repetition. I don't know whether that's correct or how I said it, but what I mean is that the parents do it and then the children go ahead and do it. That's sad. Chestnut, Mac. Okay. And we are just going to line these lips. Go underneath, yeah, and around, okay? And just kind of flick the pencil inwards so that the pencil's not too stark, okay? Then we're going to go in with rose brown. Let me try this. Oh, it's lovely. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then let me use butterscotch on the inside. Yes. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Juvia's Place highlighter. Why not? There we go. And this is Zara from Juvia's Place. Discount code Fumi. And we just put a little bit Jing Ding right here. Just to lighten it up. Put a little bit there. So it's all glowy. It really is just all glowy. Oh yes. Oh yes, falling stars. Yes. I live for it. A little bit on the nose. On the chin. A little, oh yes. Oh yes. Very J-Lo-esque. I like this. It turned out better than I expected. This is absolutely pretty. I love the lip. Mauvey, opaque, gorgeous. 110%. Just nice, you know. So yes, my darling, if you can do it, stay. It will help them to have that structure. You have to be honest with yourself because they're going to see where mom and dad are not hugging each other, they're not kissing each other. They learn from school, they learn so much from other children. So you have to say to yourself, am I giving myself a prison sentence by doing this? Can I still live with my husband? Can I afford the lifestyle to which these children have become accustomed? Because when you separate, you are halving the income or the input that you have given these kids. It's a different neighborhood for some, different schools for some, different friends. You go from a house to a flat. You are taking them away from what they've become accustomed. Having said that, they're extremely flexible, but they're delicate. You have to weigh the odds and find a balance. It is not a straight yes. It is not a straight no. You know the answer. You are asking me and I'm giving you extremely unbiased. And as you guys know, I focus on the children first. They did not ask to come here. You brought them here. And so you have to take accountability and responsibility for them until their little wings are strong enough for them to fly away and into their own world. But we owe them a wonderful childhood. We owe them a childhood that they can look back and say, I had a wonderful time. You know, mom and dad really made our childhood fun. They really went together, but you know, we were still in the same house and they made it fun for us. And we had wonderful Christmases. We had wonderful Easters, Thanksgiving. That's the kind of relationship that you want them to understand. Why? Because they become very open-minded. And they know that, you know, stuff happens, but still it can be done the right way. Let me tell you something, and this is facts. My ex threw Ula and I baby shower. He took us out for dinner with his wife, of whom I'm very good friends with. It didn't happen for us, but we're still friends and we respect each other's spouses. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The same thing with Ula's ex. Love her to bits. We get along. Because that was then, this is now. You're mature and we respect. It's a lot to do with that. So you figure it out. Guys, let me know down in the comments. Could you stay for your kids? Is it a hostile, toxic, physical situation? Get out. You know me. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect moi. Don't disrespect my kids. But if it is not, where you think, okay, fine, I really can stay on here for the kids, with the kids, then make arrangements. Make arrangements, because it might be good now, 1, 2, 3 years. And because you respect each other and you're in different bedrooms or whatever, an understanding, he might meet somebody else. You have to take that into account, and so could you. So what happens? Does it change? Do you want to move out now because you've met somebody, because the kids are older now? You have to really dig deep and be absolutely clear and transparent with your ex-spouse. And when I say spouse, it's like you're still married, but as in every other sense of the word, it is no more. And you have to give the same allowances to him. Your kids will be fine when you do it right, and you respect and you talk to each other in front of them in a harmonious fashion. Sometimes bitter relationships can't go that route, and that's okay. There's just too much water underneath the bridge and you can't. That's fine. All I'm saying is that you have to be able to do it first and then say, okay, I can because of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? The can is not really them. The can is you, because you have to go through this for a hot minute, 10 years even. Can you do it? And if you cannot, that's okay. But don't go in and out the door. And he too cannot do the same. And if so, you do it with discretion. And there's empathy and there is respect for the other person. All of my love, my darlings, it is what it is. Do we love the beat? I love it a lot. Plus Ula's shirt. Yeah. See you later, my darlings. Mwah.